I really am kind of grossed out and tired of how people that live in America talk about America. Like, I want there to be solutions. I know we're not the best country right now, but like, we got to stop shitting on it. Love where your soil is. Like, I know people that are literally not, I don't know them personally, but I know because my parents came from a country that's extremely rough to live in, where they had to flee it literally for their life. And they don't talk bad about it.
Yeah.
They have pride with it. They'd rather fix it than talk shit about it. And so like, we gotta wake these kids up.
But what's the solution?
The solution is there is a problem. Great. The first job is done. You noticed it. Second is, instead of talking shit about it, fix it. Like, for example, my relationship.
But how?
No, let me give you an example.
But
No,
even
there's
just
there's
that
not
is
always a solution right away. But like, for example, I'll give you like, it's just a small example. Me and my girlfriend are arguing and fighting. It's gross if we do it in front of my friends and we do it in front of my family, and then we're bickering and I'm just like, oh, and then she walks away. I'm like, fucking that girl's blah, blah, blah. And I start talking bad about her. Now, when you guys look at her, her worth is dropped because the man that loves her is talking ill about her. But if we're having an issue that's in my home and I handle it in my home and we walk out, we hold both of each other in a high value. Now everybody else in that room is going to look at us with a high value.
Absolutely.
We still have issues, but we're dealing with it with respect. And I think we need to start teaching younger people. It's fine to think that your country's losing right now, but show respect.
That's an incredible point. Incredible point.
Mic
George.
drop so
You just-
early in the
you just
episode.
brought the pain. I mean, that's so true. And I mean, the amount of time that we spend bickering about the issues, down talking the country and what it is and what it can be, as opposed to coming up with actionable solutions to the problems is mind blowing. I mean, every bill is at an impasse or a stall, and nothing ever fucking moves. The parties don't work together, and everybody just talks badly. And you go on the internet, and nowadays it's almost acceptable to shit on the country. It's almost acceptable to. I was looking at a post yesterday about the Beirut thing.
Yep.
Somebody posted, "This didn't look like a firework. This looked like a nuke." And did they say that out of line? Yes, for sure. Ben Shapiro retweeted it and wrote LMAO. And I responded to Ben and I said, even if what this person said was complete and utter stupidity, this ain't the caption. Like, when I see Ben Shapiro, LMAO, a blast that killed hundreds of people and devastated thousands, LMAO is not the caption. And so I wrote that and I got a bunch of responses in the comments. You're being too sensitive. You're being a bitch. You're being too sensitive about this.
Yeah.
Not too long ago, or always for the history of this world, you were supposed to be sensitive about topics that involve the death of others.
Yeah.
Why have we moved to a place where we're not sensitive to the fucking death of people in other countries or the death of people here? Both sides go out of their way to talk horrible shit about the other side when it involves death, racism. We have to be sensitive. That's part of the fucking problem.
I feel you, but also correct me if I'm wrong. In the Middle East right now, if my parents grew up my age and they were there, and my father would be like, you know what, fuck this, so-and-so shit, blah, 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 is that. They would take him out and kill him immediately.
Right.
Okay. In America, they can't do that. But what they could do is they could kill your career. And so now all these people that have the same like-minded thoughts as us, they're terrified. Because they're like, okay, what if I say something that's worded wrong or I say it kind of incorrect, everything's down and we shut down. America can't talk. It's the country that has freedom of speech, but everybody shuts the fuck up because nobody wants to say anything.
Well, not everybody. There's some people. There's a lot of people that use it, and those people unfortunately fall back on the just because I can they don't use just because I can doesn't mean I should. That's like the biggest thing we're up. Yeah, we could all say whatever we want. I could go and say horrible things to Ben Shapiro, but why would I do that? How would that help? How is your rhetoric and the way you are talking to other people helping? The problem is a lot of people don't want to help.
True.
They want to burn. They want to watch it burn.
Anecdotally, though, because some people want to watch it burn. Speaking anecdotally, like I've said my fair share about America. Like I've had opinions. I have a podcast called America's Racist.
Yeah.
Like my concerns with the country at this particular moment in time are voiced in a way that suits me. I just haven't gotten to step 2, which is what you described. Step 1 is identifying the problem, and step 2 is not complain. You said step 2 is to fix it. And what I'm asking you is, And I think your answer was right. It's just like, it's a lot easier said than done. You know what's easy? Pointing out problems. You know what's hard? Providing and executing solutions.
Absolutely.
Mike, when you were going through your situation when you were an addict,
Yeah.
did your mother look you in the eyes and give up on you?
No, she never did.
Never, because
She might have acted like she was going to, but never.
I treat my life. Now everybody has a different higher power. Mine is Christ. So when I look at a situation, I realize that a lot of times it looks like it's hopeless, and sometimes you do feel that way. But if you love something and you respect something, you just keep moving forward. I never said don't have fear, but move forward.
Yeah.
Don't fear. This is what I think of. People that talk shit about you because they're jealous of you. People that scream are the loudest in the room. To me, they're the animals that are the most colorful ones because they use their identity outside their look to scare the other animals or other predators that could attack them. At the end of the day, the person who's in the room loudest, yelling, "La, la, la, this is that, this is that," this person is more terrified than anybody. And
Probably,
honestly,
yeah.
it's sad. So when you say, what should I do? It's like, I don't know the answer, but I do know that causing a fire in a different direction is not going to put out the fire in that direction.
In the other, yeah.
So,
Facts.
so when you're like, our economy, blah, 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 and it's our president. Okay, if you truly think our president is doing wrong, or not, I'm not saying that Logan thinks this, I'm just saying overall, if you think our president is doing wrong and you want to get him out of office, great, go to school, have an education so you can replace that president.
Go vote is the big like,
Take your big boy
action item.
pants, put them on, and get to work.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't want to get to the work.
Sure. It's hard. It's hard.
It's hard. It's so much easier to
It's
talk
tedious.
shit than to handle the shit.
Yeah,
He
man.
talked about his America is racist monologue, which was great, and a lot of people resonated with it. You said you had very opinionated views that may have upset the other side, but one thing that you did a good job of there, and one thing I've always tried to teach you from my corporate experience is you can state an opinion that pushes a certain agenda or tries to fix a problem without engulfing the opposite view in fire. And that is the piece of the puzzle that we as a country right now are completely missing. People have forgotten how to speak properly without offending horribly. Okay. And that every single, and I gotta say, I have tried to do a lot better with talking about Trump on the show, but Trump ran on a platform of calling, Native American women Pocahontas and sleepy Joe Biden, and he's got dementia, and name calling. Name calling drives division and hatred. And so until we as a country, and by the way, I'm sure the left does it too. I don't want to single anybody out, but until we as a country can start to speak in a way that aligns as opposed to dividing, we get nowhere. I've said this a million times on the show. The person that comes into office that unites the aisles will be the greatest president in the history of this country.
Yeah.
As long as we continue to have single party relevant presidential candidates, we will continue to fucking fail as a country. Because it's, I said it about a business thing we were in the other day. It's not two aisles going to basketball practice to win as a team. It's two aisles playing basketball against each other. Yeah. The Democrats are blocking the Republicans. The Republicans are blocking the Democrats. Nobody's scoring. And we're just sitting there like, yo, when is it gonna fucking stop?